Up next after a Week 13 bye, the Browns will play the Ravens in back-to-back games. Baltimore looking for the series sweep in consecutive seasons. This AFC North battle is coming your way next.
First opened in 1999. There's a good look at First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. The folks here in Cleveland, even though all the down years, have never stopped supporting their hometown guys, and we got evidence of that a moment ago as the Browns made their entrance. They are ready to do battle with the Baltimore Ravens. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And CD, you think about matchups in the NFL, you're usually thinking this offense versus this defense. But this game here, we get two different offensive philosophies that are matching up in this one.
Yeah, we certainly do, because on one side, you've got a team that not only loves to throw the football, they do it quite well. They're the #1 passing offense in the league. And on the other sideline, the ground game is their strength. They're a top 5 unit in the league. So contrasting styles of moving the football. To me, this is going to make for a very interesting ball game.
Nothing on the scoreboard, 0-0 as the offense gets ready to take over the football. They'll look to throw now on first down.
They'll get that to the rookie from Minnesota, Rashad Bateman.
And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown.
Rashad Bateman.
Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Ravens have taken the early lead.
For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was a...
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing and they used to turn the lights out.
And that'll be caught. Touchdown Ravens. It's Hollywood Brown.
Marquise Brown, 57 yards. And the Ravens are able to show off their quick strike ability.
But sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money.
And we often talk about hang time for punts, but in this case, we should...
This offense ready to head back out there as they'll take over with a little over a minute to play in this first quarter. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Ravens are able to show off their quick strike ability.
And remember, partner, that's a rookie quarterback back there. Apparently, he's getting the hang of this NFL thing pretty quickly.
At 3. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
They've got his man complete. Touchdown. Mark Andrews, his 25th touchdown. Tying Emmitt Smith for the 5th most in one season. And the Ravens are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
I tell you, for a defender, that's got to be a scary sight, seeing a big man like this with a head of steam behind him as he makes that catch and then turns upfield.
Yeah, normally when you talk about tight ends, you immediately begin talking about them.
And now this offense gets ready to take over the football, 1st and 10. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Forced out to his left. He's going deep for Brown. He's got him in, complete. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Ravens continue to pull away here in this first half. In today's NFL, we talk about quarterbacks and their speed and accuracy, but there's still something about a guy slinging one downfield.
And I tell you from our broadcast,
the Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
so definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Flush to his right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And in for the Ravens touchdown.
J.K. Dobbins.
His 25th touchdown. Tying Emmitt Smith for the 5th most in one season. As the Ravens push further out in front.
Quite a show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target, too.
And I'm really not sure what was more impressive about that throw. Was it the distance traveled or the accuracy involved? Because I'm going to tell you straight up, when you're trying to hit a guy in stride that far down.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just given them a jersey, but
touchdown! Hollywood, Marquise Brown on his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns, and the Ravens will extend their lead. Well, I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that. Man, one play. So the offense set to take the field here. They will have the football with less than a minute to go in the first half. Back to throw now on first down. Steps away to his left.
Oh, looking for Andrews downfield.
And got his man complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 32.
A big play there just before halftime.
big plays are starting to become the trend here in this first half, and everything that they've tried has worked. And there's another example right there.
He'll buy some time right. And this one is incomplete.
Well, partner, this offense 12-0 now on the year following their latest victory. And during the week, a lot of folks making comparisons between this squad and the 1985 Bears. You know, they too were 12-0 at this juncture of the season before losing on a Monday night 38-24 to the Dolphins at the Orange Bowl way back on December 2nd of '85. But then they never lose again en route to winning Super Bowl 20.
And when you look back on it, partner, didn't it almost feel like a setup game? Because they were playing the Dolphins, and the Dolphins were protecting their franchise's undefeated season of 1972, that team. And you know what that team does. They love to celebrate the fact that they still are the only one to get through an entire NFL season that way. That was Dan Marino's third year, playing under the great Don Shula, and they were motivated to keep that franchise's record intact.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, let's get to some of these scores around the NFL here in a busy Week 14. We'll start off with a couple of teams that met twice in Super Bowls. Cincinnati looking for revenge as they host San Francisco. And those two are tied up as they play the second quarter. From there, we head over to MetLife Stadium to check in on the Jets. And for the moment, they trail the visiting Saints in that one. 2 touchdown passes there for Jameis Winston. Lastly, let's head up to the Twin Cities to check in on the Vikings at home in Minneapolis. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Pittsburgh Steelers. Kirk Cousins, sharp in the victory, as his guys get back within a game of 500. Next, they look at the next-gen stats for the Ravens in that first half, and their quarterback's got to be icing his arm in that locker room as we speak. He is on pace to shatter some long-standing records if this pace keeps up. Meanwhile, for the Browns, they too were able to take advantage of a soft secondary, as both of these two teams really threw the ball at will in that first half. With both of these offenses having their way, it's not likely they'll need to be doing a whole lot at halftime, but the defenses are definitely in need of some adjusting. And for the call of the second half, let's go back out to Brandon and Charles.
Yeah, Coach, certainly no shortage of action in those first two quarters. Definitely got to work on my touchdown calls, so we'll see how much voice I have left for the second half here. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
Out comes this field general once more. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Dancing to his left. Now he'll throw deep left side. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown.
Rashad Bateman
With touchdown number 23 here on the year.
And the Ravens come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're...
He's got a man complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown, 91 yards. And the Ravens continue to pour it on. Even though he was forced from the pocket, still able to adjust, make the long throw, and it ends with a really big touchdown.
Yeah, moving to his left. The key to everything when they're moving outside of the pocket, doesn't matter which...
Both offenses have been clicking in this one. A lot of points on the board. We'll see if that trend continues. Back to throw here. Being chased out left. He's going deep for Brown. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Hollywood, Marquise Brown. 74 yards.
And the Ravens get another third quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
And that, boys and girls, is an NFL record 6th touchdown reception. The record has stood since 1950. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
You know, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? Where everything is working for them. Every move they make works. It clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about.
Here's 2nd and 10.
He'll look to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. He's going to look deep for Watkins. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Sammy Watkins, 70 yards. And the Ravens add on. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015...
And that's caught at the 25. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Sammy Watkins, 81 yards. And the Ravens add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Well, they mentioned this week, Charles, they had a couple kinks on offense that they wanted to fix. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. They'll look to throw here. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And got his man complete. Touchdown. Sammy Watkins, 75 yards. And the Ravens are on their way to a sensational 13-0 start as they extend their lead here. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And Charles, in a very one-sided affair, I think we've reached the point in the broadcast where you and I, we may have some filling to do, right?
Yeah, I think you're right about that because we got to try and keep people around. We don't want them to change the channel. Stay with us in this game. Is that Ben Ramsar? Are you hearing from Ben on the headset here? Tell us, stretch this thing out a little bit.
Get some talking points. Dig them all out.
That's what you get. A big-time producer. Keep them here.
Looking to throw. Now on the run, he'll throw it back deep over the middle.
And oh, that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete. These two teams met in Baltimore, you might remember earlier in the year with the Ravens winning that game. So they'll be looking for the win here in Cleveland to complete the season sweep.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Oh, now he'll try and chuck it deep left side.
Open man Watkins, touchdown Baltimore.
Sammy Watkins, 51 yards.
And the Ravens are on their way to a 13th win on the year as they add on to their lead.
Shows some of his improv skills there, getting flat. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. We've got a lopsided game here. I don't know, Charles, what does the handbook say that we discuss when we've got a game like this in the fourth quarter?
Hold on a second. Let me thumb to the proper page on that. Know what it says?
What?
Let's discuss how we got here.
He's got him in, complete.
Have some of this.
And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
I'm not sure what other ground there is to cover here. I mean, this offense has been amazing. Just total domination, Charles.
They've clicked so well, and if you really focus in on the offensive line, they've protected well when they've wanted to throw the ball. They've moved people off the line of scrimmage when they...
So now this offense will take over, and they will have the football at their own 20-yard line. He'll drop to throw. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Well, this is taken in. It's complete.
Another day, another day.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want...
Both offenses have been clicking in this one. A lot of points on the board. We'll see if that trend continues. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Buying time to his left. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Well, where our booth is here, we can see all of the writers to our left, and their post-game stories, Charles, they have been filed for some time because this game, boy, is it lopsided.
Yeah, we can see our guy Scoop. He's even got...
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Rolling to his right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. That's caught inside the 20. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, there's just about a minute left in this game, and they're still taking it into the end zone. And you know they could have taken a knee there, but they decided to play this one all the way out. And I think their philosophy is, we're going to give you everything we've got. If we just go ahead and take a knee now.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Baltimore, the streak lives as they move to 13-0 now on the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the Green Bay Packers. Meanwhile, for the Browns, it's a potentially fatal blow to their playoff chances as they drop to 6-7 on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.